It was personal. The Democratic senator knew both of the Virginia state troopers who had been killed in a helicopter crash while monitoring the deadly rally. One of them, J. Cullen, had flown him all over the state when Kaine was governor. The other officer, Berke Bates, was friendly with Kaine's wife, Ann Holton, who had worked as Governor Terry McAuliffe's education secretary. But it was more than his human connection to the tragedy that shook him. "I'm so proud of the arc that Virginia has been on, because I mean bluntly, our state knows hate pretty well. We know division pretty well," Kaine says. "I really feel like we've turned a corner from facing backwards, and still clinging to bad old practices, to facing forward and really trying to be about equality, trying be that state for lovers, trying to be a commonwealth, i.e., a community. My first thought last August was that we have some people trying to drag us back," he says. "There are people who want to drag us back, sadly even including the president, who stokes division and hatred, who couldn't tell who was on the right side and wrong side in a white supremacy rally in Charlottesville, which demonstrates a level of moral confusion that almost certainly is intentional rather than accidental." Touring the state for a series of previously scheduled town halls in the weeks following that deadly weekend, Kaine found himself standing before other Virginians who were as shocked as he was. "This is not who Virginia is," he told constituents again and again. But a year later, tensions between the old Virginia and the new remain. Take Corey Stewart, a Republican official in Prince William County with a history of making racially divisive remarks and ties to the white nationalist movement, including the organizers of the Charlottesville rally. Kaine is running for re-election against Stewart, who denies that slavery caused the Civil War, has been a staunch defender of Confederate monuments and symbols, and has made "taking back our heritage" a major talking point of his campaign. Many Republicans have shunned Stewart, including a state Republican Party official who resigned his post when Stewart won the GOP nomination. But other Republicans have not, including President Trump, who endorsed him. Sitting in his Senate office, where he could not talk about his opponent without running afoul of ethics rules, Kaine declined to speak about Stewart specifically. But a year after Charlottesville, he acknowledged that the same kind of racial tensions and political polarization that led to last year's rally are still prevalent not only in his state but in the rest of the country. "We're in a battle between love and hate right now," Kaine says. "It's a battle about whether we still believe in the two words at the end of the Pledge of Allegiance, are we for all or not? And it's sad that we have to be in that battle in some ways, but in other ways it's incredibly energizing, and I see evidence of it everywhere." There was a huge uptick in turnout for an odd year, traditionally somewhat low turnout election, and I think some of it was because of Charlottesville, Kaine says. Some of it was people wanting to stand up loudly in their own way, say, "This is not who we are. The president can pretend this is who we are as a nation, but we are going to stand up and say, this is not who we are." And I see that kind of energy out there all the time now.